Alright guys, hope you're all well. Time for a new video series. I'm not sure what it's going to be called yet, but no doubt I've given it a name already. So that was a stupid thing to say already. Hey, good start for the video. Yeah, I thought I'd do a... what the hell was that? A fucking badger or a shrew or something there. Should be clicking. So I thought I'd just do a quick snapshot of my week in a video really, and just cover some things that I have been doing, and I hopefully make this a bit of a weekly series. I want to try and make the videos pretty quickly, and maybe we'll do a bit of a question time at the end. So what I want to cover is what I'm playing, what I'm listening to, what I'm watching. So if that's not something that interests you, I suggest you go elsewhere. Right, so first off, what have I been playing this week? Not a whole lot, to be honest with you, and I bet a lot of you were expecting me to say that. Don't think I can't see that look on your faces. This is a two-way system. Fucking poke you in the face if you're not careful. Yeah, not a whole lot. I've been playing a couple of games though. Playing one right now, which I'll get to in a minute. But I tried to play a little bit of Zelda Skyward Sword. I always want to say Twilight Princess. I don't know why. Just Twilight Princess rolls off the tongue. Skyward Sword, not so much. I tried to play a bit of this yesterday, and I managed to play about 20 minutes of it before getting really frustrated and just turning the Wii off. And that's something that's true for most Wii games with me. I really want to get back into this game and properly give it a bash. I'm in the Earth Temple at the moment, but I just can't get on with the fucking controls, man. They're just... it's too much hassle, and I just can't seem to control Link like I would be able to with a gamepad. It's not a good feeling. I really want to get into the game. I want to enjoy it, but I just can't because of the shitty control systems. It brings me on to a question actually, and more of a pondering. Are there any Wii emulators that could emulate Skyward Sword? I was going to say Twilight Princess again. Like, effectively, at a decent frame rate, that you could map a control pad to, because I can see myself really enjoying this game with a control pad, and I'm sure a million more people have said that before, but this is really relevant to me at this point in time. I want to play this, but I can't because of the fucking Wii remotes. Not good, not good. So yeah, I spent about 20 minutes on that last night. It's Sunday, well it's technically Monday, 40 minutes into Monday, but I played this Saturday night for 20 minutes and I could not get on with it. Just damn those controls. Other than that, all I've really played this week was a bit of, what's it called? Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. I've got nothing to show for this one as it's digital. Fucking digital content. But there'll be a logo somewhere so you know what the fuck I'm talking about, because I've perhaps called it the wrong thing, because my memory is shot to shit at this very moment in time. Memory fuel. Coffee. So yeah, I was playing a bit of Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons on Xbox 360 Arcade. It's supposed to be one of those games which is like highly rated, best game of the year sort of thing. And I didn't really see it myself. The story seems really heartfelt. You play as two young lads. From what I can gather from the beginning of the game, is that they lost their mum at quite a young age, and so they're just living with their father now. And their father has been taken ill. And they've taken the doctor. They've taken the doctor. They've taken the father to doctors, and the doctor's given them a list of items to find a cure. I think that's what's going on. The boys actually speak in like Simlish or some unknown language, so it's kind of hard to decipher what's going on. Either way, the story seems pretty good. My main gripe is the fucking controls, because you actually control both of these boys at the same time, and there's really only two buttons and the analog sticks. So your left analog stick, this is my right hand, the right analog stick and the right shoulder button controls one character, and the left analog stick and the left shoulder button controls another character. The shoulder button is simply for action, so if you wanted to grab something or interact with something in the environment, you would use your action button, and for the most part it works really well, but trying to do two different characters at the same time is really hard. If you're just walking in a straight line, it's fine, but there are sections of the game where you've got to scale a wall and then shimmy along something and then sort of jump and then shimmy onto something. And the way the mechanic works is you have to hold on with R, look in a direction, they get ready to grab out for it. You let go of R, which your character jumps into that direction, but then you have to hold R or your action button again to re-grab onto it. When you're trying to do that with two different characters, it gets a bit can't think of the word for it. It's really hard to keep them synchronised, and a lot of the time I find myself just concentrating on one character and like trying to at least control the same character with both sticks. So one character will be off doing something and the other character will be walking into a wall because I'm not paying enough attention. Now, whether this is something I'm going to get used to later in the game, I don't know, but at the moment it's really, really difficult to get the hang of. I'm definitely going to play that one to the end though, as it's an interesting concept, and I want to see the story through, to be honest, whatever the fuck's going on. I might continue playing it on Steam though, rather than Xbox. And lastly for this week, I'm playing a little bit of a decent Zelda. Don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I've started playing a bit of Wind Waker on the GameCube again. I wish I had a Wii U to play the HD remake, but I don't, so I'm having to put up with the original, which is fucking stunning anyway. Let's be honest, it's a fantastic game. Best Zelda in the series. Don't really want to say much about it, everybody knows it. If you don't, what are you doing with your life? Moving away from gaming, I did something this week which I'm very, very, very proud of actually. And it's probably not going to be an achievement to a lot of you out there, but to me this was like a big, big moment. And I fixed the laptop, which is fine. I do that basically every day. But I soldered a power port onto a laptop, which really, really made me happy. My other half's laptop's been failing for a long, long time, and this is something I've procrastinated over fixing for the longest time because I suck with a soldering iron. I had a look at the laptop online. It's a Toshiba piece of crap, to be honest, and it turns out that the jack was on a cable. I thought, ah yes, get in, I can just take it apart and plug something in. No soldering involved whatsoever. Bought the cable, £2.50, couldn't believe it, I was expecting to pay like upwards of a tenner. Cable got here, took the laptop apart, and you do plug the cable into the motherboard, but they'd fucking soldered the other side so you couldn't remove the bastard. So I had to desolder this cable from the main board on the laptop, and I was shitting myself the entire time doing this. You can probably see some footage somewhere. I did film it, I did want to do a bit of a tutorial, but it didn't go to plan. But there's some footage somewhere, no doubt, which you can already see. So I had to desolder this power cable from the motherboard, and I genuinely thought, oh that's it, I've fried the motherboard doing this. But it didn't, it worked. I got the power cable in, it worked. She can charge her laptop again. Over the moon. Absolutely ecstatic about that. So I might start playing around with some more laptops and soldering components. So we get on with that. The reason I'm telling you that actually is because I want to mod my Mega Drive now. I've been watching Darren Walshock, Mr. Stellar Boxhead himself, mod his Mega Drives at the moment. I think he modded Shenmuzo's Mega Drive recently, and it's just really, really made me want to do it to mine. The only thing that worries me about doing it actually is not the electronic side of it, but actually just drilling into the side of the case, put some ports on there. So maybe I'll do a video of me failing abysmally on that. The electrics I'm probably going to be fine with. It's only soldering a couple of cables. Yeah, I look forward to doing that actually. It'd be nice to play some Japanese games. So moving on from gaming entirely, what have I been listening to this week? One album mainly, by a band called Star One, which is one of the many projects that Aaron Lucassen is the mastermind behind, and this is a progressive metal band. Don't fucking stick your nose up it yet, give it a chance, give it a chance. I know a lot of you watching this probably don't like metal at all, but it's not like that. This is this is prog for the most part. It is quite heavy, but it's sci-fi. It's based off sci-fi movies, so it's got songs based off Firefly and Matrix on this. I'm not going to go through them all. It's a 2-disc album. I've had it for about 4 years now. I think it's been out around 5 years. I listen to it quite a lot, but this week I've binged on it quite a lot. And my favourite track off this album is a track called Cassandra Complex. That one, yeah. And my favourite riff off of this album has to be this one by far. It's a really, really simple riff, but fuck me, it just really gets you every time I hear it. So if you like science fiction, metal, progressive rock, or anything Ian's done and you've not given Star One a chance, I recommend you go and buy this. In fact, I recommend you go and buy the first album because it's a bit better than this one, but this one is still a fucking awesome album nonetheless. Other than that, music-wise, I've started recording some new stuff this week. Here's a quick clip of it. It's a bit folky, but see what you think. I'm not sure whether to continue with this track. I sort of like it, but again, it's out of my comfort zone. See what you think. So what have I been watching this week? No films this week. I haven't been watching a lot at all, actually. One thing I have been watching, which is a week by week thing, is called Banished, and that airs 9 o'clock on Thursdays on BBC 2, England obviously, at the time of making this video. I think we're going to be on, what, episode 5 this week, and it's really, really good if you like this sort of thing. It's basically the story of the foundation of a penal colony in Australia. So it's how Australia was founded, essentially. So a lot of English convicts. It's got a great cast in it. It's got Russell Tovey as the main lead role, and he's brilliant. I really like him as an actor. And it's also got the guy who played the Hound in Game of Thrones. Well worth watching for that alone. It's a bit oldie-worldy, toffery, and it's a bit romantic, but it's a really good story and they've really done it well, and for the most part it's pretty original. I've not seen many other things like it. Well worth a watch, that one. Again, if you like that sort of thing. If you don't, give it a go though. Worth noting that they are 60-minute episodes, and you've got about 4 episodes to catch up on at this point, but it's something I will buy once it's finished. I'm enjoying it that much. Very, very well done. That brings me on to the last part, I guess. Some questions. Now obviously this is part 1, so I have no questions to read through, but if you do have any questions, please leave them in the comment below, or leave me a private message, or contact me on Twitter, or however the fuck you want to do it. Just leave the questions somewhere, I'm sure I'll find them. I'll try and do between 3 and 5 questions per video, I think. Depends how long these run for. I do want to keep them short. It'd be ideal if I could keep them under 10 minutes, but looking at the timeline below, it may have run over that. It may have not. Depends how much I edit this, really, doesn't it? But I do have one question which gets asked a lot, and I'm going to come in close for this because it concerns my face, and that question is, does it hurt? And my answer is yes, it fucking hurts. Ultimately, when you get a piercing, you're getting a needle jammed through your face. It's gonna hurt. I haven't had one done in a long time, actually. Sorry, I sounded like a proper knobhead during all that. I haven't had a piercing in about 6-7 years now, and truth be told, I don't like the fucking things, but I've got them now, and I've persevered with them this long, because occasionally they swell up, they get sore, you catch them on things, they're not good. These cheek ones, they've never properly healed. I've got keloid, which is scar tissue which swells up and bursts. It's not nice. I've got keloid on both cheek piercings. It's not good. I don't recommend ever getting them, but I've got them and I've had them this long, so I'm going to persevere with them. So I'm not going to take them out, even though I don't like them. That may have surprised a few of you. So yes, they hurt. They obviously hurt. They don't numb it. There's no way of numbing it whatsoever. Anybody who says they don't hurt is a liar. I promise you that. They kill. All of them. So yeah, leave your comments in the description. They can be anything: gaming, music, film, TV, general life, whatever. And we'll see where we go from there. Hopefully I can do one of these every Sunday. I think this is going to be uploaded on Monday. What with it practically being Monday right now, but we'll see. Hopefully I can make one every Sunday at least. That's enough from me. I've got some games to play. I believe Link's really bored of being stuck on that rock, so I'm gonna leave it here. Cheers guys, enjoy, see you soon. Bored out of his fucking skull.